Sitting there thinking to myself, because I was thinking about you guys doing your commercials all the time. Well, do this and do that because we need more money, and you need money, and since we all need money, let's keep advertising and saying this is the best you can possibly get. Science does this for you. Please support our business. Money's fucked, and so are we, and in the process, we want to fuck you. If we say it with someone with a nice voice, will it sound better? Like on Joy Luck Club, I said it to her real fast so I could ease the pain of it or whatever, stuff. If you say things wrong that sound right, does it still make it feel better and is it still right? Right? Time, we're not a moving thing. Philanthropy's over. It's over. Told that lady about it at the store yesterday in the aisle, the sweetheart in the baking aisle. She was so sweet. She was very sweet. And she was having trouble understanding it. So was Jesus. I'm having trouble grasping this and getting this. Like, okay, I'm starting to understand, guys. I get it. When I talk, it's like, wow. Alan Gibson told me that. He goes, you talk so fast, you get so exuberant and excited, you leave people. It's like, I don't mean to. I try to help them. So I slowly, give them another, oh, yeah, okay. And then we go and, oh, yeah, okay. Like when we talked about diaper money gospels. I used to think diaper money gospels was I need money for my baby diapers. It's like, no, you talk shit and everything comes out of your mouth is shit and you need to put a diaper over your mouth. That's more what it means. Diaper money gospels. Ooh, yeah, because old folks wear diapers too, right? Or hell, moms that had too many kids and can't control their bladder. Diaper money gospels. Okay, so stop having shit come out your mouth and don't ask for money because we don't need money and neither does you. You just feel powerful when you manipulate people with money and you think you're in control and you can't even control shit coming out your mouth, right? Do you understand? Okay, so it's time, we're not a moving thing. It's over. Turn your collar to the wind. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing. That was a girl that wrote that song. Shahida Garrett. She's cute. I see the kids in the street with two little teeth. Who am I to be blind, to pretending not to see their needs, right? A broken bottle top and one man's soul. The soul is the glory of God, providing life to a temple of flesh to worship God. Because, without God, we'd have no love. We'd have no meaning, have no existence. Because we got cast out of heaven, put on this prison to try to get back into heaven. That's how a lot of people perceive it because of the perception of it. I wouldn't see it that way. If you know what life is worth, you'd look for yours on earth, and now you see the light, so stand up for your right. It's a very cool, cruel, crazy, beautiful world. It's less cruel and crazy than you think when you're a compassionate, faithful, intelligent human being sharing the eternal truth of the Gospels. So when a kid is born in a house built by their family to protect them from nature killing the child, and then nurtured through wisdom and understanding and kindness and caring, and pensamos primero, Holmes, escúchame, háblame. Do you understand? Hablaste me. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you understand this, okay, you understand how to be humble and you understand how to love and be loved in return, then you're ready for love. Some people could be 56 years old, going on 57 this summer, and not really understand love a day in her life. She could be completely lost. She's a little lamb that's lost in the wood. She knows she could be so good for someone to watch over her. Although he may not be the kind some girls think of as handsome, to her heart, he carries the key. All right, I'm being creative. I'm just kidding around. I'm just helping people out of the temple of set Illuminati because I care. Well, I connected to her kids and I really dig them, but I have a feeling I'm Adam Sandler and I'm not Eric Bana, so I'm okay with that. Okay? You know what I mean? So there's 8 billion people on the planet, yo. Okay? And I am quite certain that I'm attractive enough and kind enough, and I'm certain that there are women that are not so shallow that when they see me, they won't break down in tears. Oh my gosh, I believe those poor little Japanese women, they almost killed you. You were so gorgeous and beautiful, and look what they did to your body. You look like a raging selfish, angry alcoholic. Yeah, I know. But I'll just hold up the blankets and let the emergency techs come and take care of him, make sure he's okay. And then he can go back to hating me the next day because the reason why he doesn't get to sleep after drinking all night and passing out naked in the doorway, which I don't want to know why that happened and how that happened, is because that damn Insight manager Ralph is out there playing with the kids all the time. Well, yeah. Or that lady that was ripping us all off. She sat there and she said, well, you can't let your kids play out unattended. I was like, well, naturally. Of course. I thought she was saying that because she cared about kids. No. She was saying that because she figured it was Phoenix and the kids would play inside because the parents didn't want to go outside with them. Well, not me. I'm a different kind of parent. Every kid. Dad's out there. Ralph's out there. The manager's out there. All right. So every kid in the building is out in the front lawn next to the pool, okay, playing Nerf soccer, Nerf frisbee, or Nerf football, okay? Yeah, okay. And then when it's like, it's too hot, I'm baking like a toasted cheeser, okay? Then it's like we did not have any windy peppercorn. No, we might have had some moms come in, had a little bit of, I wasn't too sure. I didn't pay attention. I was too busy making sure the kids were safe. Okay. Then it was the pool. Cannonball! All right, so yeah. So that guy, that old drunk, and that other old drunk lady, and that old drunk bitter man, they hated me. Bob, the guy that did all the things, he loved me. He thought I was great. Okay. But he liked kids. He was a grandparent. Okay. He liked the kids being safe and having a good time. He's just one of those old guys that was just a sweetheart. He was this and that and that. I don't want to know, Dick Cheney. You're a child molester because all the scientists that you work with have done how much sexual manipulation to maintain the status quo of Antoine LaVey and Michael Aquino. So get on up out of here. Would that have happened if you didn't have access to their apartment through virtual presence through technology, and your brain activity affected their brain activity? First there is a spoon, then there is no spoon, then there is no spoon. Now bend the spoon. Don't break the vase. What's really going to bake your noodles? Would you have broke it if I hadn't said something about it? Don't shoot Shani. He's a nice robot. Okay, do you guys understand? Okay. People try to be good, and they try to do their best, but not everybody's the Messiah, y'all. The lady in that story making the sweet potato pie and liking the robots because without the robots, she wouldn't have her little boy to make the sweet potato pies for. He has to take a couple minutes to jump inside her skin and say, I understand why you like the robots. Because you love me. But I have survivor's remorse because I sat and watched a little girl drown while the robot was saving me, Ma. He didn't say it because he's a tough guy. Keep it to yourself. You're a badass. I'm a man. And I'm a badass. And anything that's 50 Cent might have happened to me. I'm into having sex. I'm not into making love. Well, because Nazareth. Nazareth, what are you talking about? Scottish rock band. Love hurts, I know, and even so, you gotta be a tough guy or you're a wimp. Tough guy or you're a wimp. You cannot be exempt. That's bullshit. Muhammad said every man, when his tears are sincere, should set them to know that he has empathy and respect for life and others, that he feels their sorrow. He doesn't put on a show. He turns his head, he cries, and sometimes he goes to his house and he ends up even crying harder than his brother next door because his brother has to put on a strong face and he has to cry for his brother so his brother can let go of his pain. Muhammad's beautiful. You've never talked to a more beautiful person in your life, if you're fortunate enough to talk to him in prayer. He's talked to me quite a bit. I think he talks to my nephew Isaac more, but that makes sense because their molecular structures are more similar than mine. And I talk to Jesus more, and Isaac talks to Muhammad more. Abraham. If it's Abraham, he's all right. If he's talking to Muhammad, he sits there and says, it's the damn government fucking with my head, just like my mom and dad said from the people we go to church with. The same people that use satellite technology to keep us all fighting and killing over money and say they're your best friends. Talking about my best friend. The courtship of Eddie Father. And then what happened? A Martian moved in and he turned into the Hulk and then he died from cancer. That's horrible. Isn't it though? Let's make it stop. Shall we? Was Bill Bixby one of your favorites too? And Lou Ferrigno? I also like Lou Ferrigno. Yeah, Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby. But Lou Ferrigno is not Bill Bixby, and Bill Bixby is not Lou Ferrigno. But in the 21st century, okay, Mark Ruffalo is Mark Ruffalo, Edward Norton is Edward Norton, and Eric Bana is Eric Bana, but that ain't them dogs' real voices. Is it, Nick Nolte? Right? You're funny. Some people get me. Some people are like, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm just helping people out of the Temple of Set Illuminati, yo. Because I love you. I'm not Stevie B, I'm Early B. But Early B, the Messiah. Yeah. I am what I say I am. Okay, guys, if the Lord is turned into a lie and the head of a gunship that mass murders people at the age of 19, okay, and no one believes in the truth of the Lord except for one kid that is like the Lord, and he gets up and stands up for the Lord's Prayer to restore the message of faith in God. He is the Messiah, no matter what book sale artists say, no matter what mass murderers in Saudi Arabia say, no matter what mass murderers in Tel Aviv or Jerusalem say, no matter what mass murderers in Paris or Washington, D.C. or Santa Fe or El Paso or Austin say. I am that I say I am because I am the truth and the life. And if liars say I am not, it's because they do not want to live the truth of my life. I am the Messiah. You cannot debate this. It's not up for discussion. The truth is truth, lie is lie. You keep believing comic books and asking for money for your comic book sales, you're a damn liar. I don't ask for money to teach the Gospels. I've had nothing but abuse and murder and tyranny and disgusting manipulation in my life when I get on social media and I'm the living Messiah, the living word, and the living correction. Take that and put it in your pipe, Mr. Womack, and smoke it. You're not won't meet the Mac. You're not as good as your cousin. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. Right? That's Bobby Womack, y'all. For y'all Womack afflicted folks that don't listen to a brother sing to pay his bills. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I love you, all right. And Angie, was that Angie Womack? She had in the back. Yes, that was a good-looking woman. Okay, y'all, I love you very much, all right? I'm sure when they get older, they still a good-looking woman. Yeah, you know what I mean? I in love with your hair, and if it all fell out, I still love you anyway. All right, we'll talk later, y'all. Peace.